Hi guys, welcome back to Oldtimer Garage. So here comes at last an update on the restoration of my Cadillac, but before I show you what's been done on it, I just wanted to give you an update on the project itself. So as I said at the very beginning of this project, the restoration of this car is just a test, and I'm doing this test for a bigger project, and if it works well, then I'd like to restore more cars and potentially cars of higher value. So when I started the restoration of this Cadillac in September, I wanted to see how good a job people in Mexico could do on that car. And as you could see in the previous videos, I got very lucky because the company I partnered with is actually very good, and the owner is 100% on board with me to make this project a success. So as any project, there's been a few blocks along the way, and there will probably be more of them, but all in all I'm very happy about how this has been going so far. The restoration of this car is pretty much coming to an end now, and so I'm already researching what the next car is going to be. But at the moment I can't move much because I'm expecting my first baby to arrive in less than a month now, so I won't travel until the baby arrives, and probably a few weeks after that. But as soon as I can take my wife and the baby with me, then I'll be back to moving like I used to be a few months ago, and hopefully I'll launch another restoration very soon. I will explain all of this in more details when it comes to it, but for now I still need to get this Cadillac finished and sold. So if you remember in the last video, the car was back on the chassis, so let me show you now what's been done since then. So this is how we left the car at the end of the previous video. The body was back on the chassis had just been restored, and the underneath of the body painted with the black protective paint. In parallel, the other bits and pieces are being worked on, so the front fenders, the dashboard, the steering wheel, and all the rest of it. The only thing that is going to have to wait a little is the upholstery. I've got pretty much everything I need for the interior of the car except the cloth that is going to go on the seats together with the leather. But the supplier is taking forever to deliver, so this will have to be done later on, but I will show it in another video. Now, the next step is to restore the engine. It won't be a complete restoration because this engine works just fine the way it is, but as I said in the previous video, because the car had been stored in the field for so long, the gaskets had dried up, and when the engine was restarted, they cracked and started leaking quite a lot. And it was the same on the transmission as well, so the gaskets will be changed on both of them. Plus they also need a good cleanup and a fresh coat of paint so that it looks again the way it used to do when the car was brand new. And once this is done, the engine and the transmission go back onto the chassis. It is only missing the renovated radiator now. The car does look nice with its fresh painted engine. The rubber pipes also needed to be changed. One of them was even a garden water hose. They were all in bad shape, so all of them were replaced with brand new pipes. and this is how the engine is now, ready to be rewired and but this will be done in the next video. So as always, I hope you enjoyed this short update. If you did, you know the drill. Give me a thumbs up, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. And just before I finish this video, I give you a quick glimpse of on what the interior should look like in a few weeks. But for now, drive safe and talk to you soon.